for your business, for all life's events. Key Video.
There's something cooking in the neighborhood. From where I stand, it's looking mighty good. You're gonna love it. Come dine with me. Come dine with me. Come dine with me.
Hello, everybody. This is Come Dine With Me, Western New York. I'm Russ Salvatore.
And I'm Jan Farrington. Now, living in Western New York certainly has its advantages, Russ. There's sports, there's music, culture, and of course, you know all about the food.
But Jan, what really makes Buffalo, New York are the people that live here. I go down south once in a while. I can't even get anybody to answer me a question. Where's the directions? Where's this? Nothing. The people in Buffalo are known for their love. They are known for their warmness, so forth. I just would like to say out there to the people in Buffalo, New York, thank you for how nice and how kind you've been to me and all the other restaurants in the city of Buffalo.
It really is a great place to live, Russ. And there are three individuals who also love Western New York. They are our celebrity chefs. Chef Marco, Chef Art, and Chef Krista. And hi, Krista.
Hi, Jan. It's so true. We do love this area so much. I am with Pascal from Gatehouse Grill in Williamsville, and it's all about desserts today. A chilled pear and vanilla soup with a goat's cheese croquant. This is a memorable dish.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. And speaking of Beauty and the Beast, I'm going to be preparing homemade pasta fazool with my daughter Gina. It'll be up to you to figure out which one's the Beast and which one's the Beauty.
Not hard to figure out, Art. On today's Home Invasion Classics, we head to the Latona residence. I'll be there with the dough and the ravioli cutter. It's meatballs prepared in a muffin pan, and Chef Art shows you how easy it is to create an appetizer display that will amaze your guests at your next dinner party. You're gonna love it.
Sounds like a great lineup. We also want to introduce you to Avezzano Ristoranti. We'll take a sneak peek and meet the owner a little later on.
Sounds great, Russ. Now, one of the most requested recipes on our Facebook page is pasta fazool. And you know, I think it's because it's such an easy dish to make. And it's hot and hearty, especially when the weather gets colder, and it's so yummy. So once again, here it is, the dish everyone has been asking for, pasta fazool, prepared by Chef Art.
Today I'm going to be doing a twist on a classic Italian favorite, pasta fazool, which translated means beans and pasta. There's probably hundreds of variations on it. I'm going to prepare for you today along with my lovely assistant, which happens to also be my daughter, Gina. So first of all, we're going to start off with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I like to use a big pot, and the reason I like to use a bigger pot is because, as you'll see as I'm adding the ingredients, there's a lot to it. So we're going to coat our pan with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to saute our onions, and we're going to saute them to what they call sweat, which is just prior to being actually finally cooked. Okay. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow the natural sugars of the vegetables that we're preparing to come to the top to help extract the most flavors out of this dish. Gina, why don't you give me a hand here? Why don't you take these and you can stir it up, okay? Go right ahead. Next, I took some finely chopped celery, about 6 to 8 stalks, and that equals to about somewhere around 2 cups finished product for this particular recipe. We're going to add some fresh chopped garlic. We never like to use any dehydrated vegetables at all. Gina, we're going to put that in there. You love the smell of garlic. Remember when you were a little girl, you used to help me make this stuff? Mm-hmm. Wasn't that good?
Yeah.
Didn't you have fun?
So much fun.
Yeah, it was a blast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to add a little bit of our chicken stock. And we're going to add 3 quarts for this particular recipe. 3 quarts of the chicken stock. I'll try not to splash you. And at that particular point, I'm going to add a little fresh cracked black pepper. Now to this, we're going to add about 12 ounces of tomato paste. And what the tomato paste is going to do is it's going to give it a little bit of color. It's also going to add a little bit of body to it and make it a little bit thicker as we go along. To our stock and our vegetables that are all nice and happy together, we're going to add some fresh chopped Italian parsley. You can use regular parsley if you wish, and that's about a handful of fresh parsley, by the way. We're going to add about a tablespoon or so of some fresh basil. And you can get this in your garden if you happen to grow it, which most folks do in the old neighborhoods that I come from. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our beans, which is the other half of the pasta fagioli. And what we have over here is we have a Great Northern bean, same type of bean that you would use for baked beans. We got 6 16-ounce cans that I put in here, and we kept the brine in there. It's going to give you a little bit of thickness and a little bit of body to the soup. So we're just going to pour that in there, Gina. How's that look? That look nice?
Good,
yeah, that looks great. To the other beans that are in there happy, we got to have a teammate. We got to have a roommate here. And these are going to be our cannellini beans. And the cannellini beans, we're going to use 2 60-ounce cans of them, again, using the brine. And now, something that's very, very traditional in the Italian household, we have the chichi beans and we have the fava beans. Chichi fava. Anybody that's Italian understands what I mean by that. So now we're going to take our chichi beans, again, using the brine, and added to that, we're going to take our fava beans. And now we're going to stir that up, Gina, real nice. One of the nice things about Italian cooking is that there really is no right or no wrong way. The way you make it is the right way. Ask anybody in my family. They make the best of whatever it is, and I'm sure your family does as well. So we're going to let this cook for about an hour, hour and a half. It's going to reduce down. It's also going to permeate, again, the flavors, and it's going to give a little bit of thickness to it with the tomato paste and the brine from the beans. I've had some pasta cooking on the stove. I like to use ditalini, which again translated means little toes. We're just going to add that to our soup. Gina, how about a little bit of pepper on that to finish that a little bit?
Sure, just a little.
Just a little bit?
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you know me. I don't do nothing little bit.
That's true.
That's how we're going to do this, with our fresh ground black pepper. Doesn't get better than that, folks. There it is. So put down your iPods, cook together as a family. You'll be glad you did. Fresh, easy, inexpensive, healthy, and a great way to bring the families together. Please, come dine with me.
Thanks, Art and Gina. It really is a great way to bring the families together. Now, coming up a bit later in the program, it's another home invasion from our classics collection. But first, more tips from our resident wine expert, Jeff Siren, right after this.
Be our guest. Let us do the rest.
Think global, but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
Sometimes being a student and being a mom can be an impossible combination. Trocaire gave me the flexibility that I needed to succeed in the classroom and as a parent.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success.
Hungry for something better than the usual chain restaurants? Look no further than the Grapevine, where you'll get better service, better food, and a better experience. From New York strip steak and chicken parmesan to our barbecue blue cheeseburger and buffalo chicken wrap. It's new American casual at good old-fashioned prices. And with our breathtaking saltwater aquariums, our atmosphere is better too. So grab your favorite people and get to the Grapevine, where better is what we do best.
So everybody's heard of Chianti, but does everybody really know what Chianti is? Chianti is actually a region in Tuscany that has to be designated by Italian law 80% Sangiovese, which is the grape type that goes into Chianti. Now there's 3 different types of Chianti. You have your regular Chianti, which is not really the best grapes that go into it. Then you have Chianti Classico, which is a designated area in Chianti that has the better vineyards and the better hillsides. Then you have Chianti Classico Riserva. Now that is a Chianti that actually has more barrel aging than the rest of the Chiantis. Chianti isn't just a pasta wine. You could actually pair it up with any type of roasted meats, such as duck, steak, or even chicken. My name is Jeff Siren, and I am mad about wine.
I am so proud to be here today with Pascal. We are doing a very interesting dish, a pear and vanilla bean soup finished with a goat's cheese croquant.
So we're gonna start out with our pears. For this recipe, we need to peel, core, and dice 3 pears, to which we'll add 1 vanilla bean, a half cup of sugar, and just enough water to cover our pears.
All right, well, here we go. I want to tell you, this pear is sweet, beautiful, and delicious.
Oh, that's great. And that's part of what we do at the Gatehouse Grill. Time and time again, we look for the seasonal products to make sure that everything is fresh and good, and I even use the word nutritious.
Absolutely. It doesn't take much more when you're working with something at its peak. And the sweetness is there. We don't have to add all that sugar.
No,
it's
not at
a
all.
low amount.
Not at all. And the beauty of this soup is that if you made just this one thing alone, it would be enough to satisfy. Again, it's something that you can do at home.
I find that your recipes are so imaginative.
It takes a certain sensibility about bringing things together. It's called balance. When you bring a sweet, a salty, a sour, a bitter, and then you look and you think about like acids and bases and alkalides. These are all things that we really taste and feel, and with texture and color. It's food.
Now with the vanilla bean, so I just, Chef, I just split that down.
Yes, right down, and you
know,
use the opposite side of the knife, and you can scrape all those beautiful beans out.
Now, what we're talking about is the goodness of the vanilla bean.
You know, what is most valuable are those oils. I mean, this thing has been
good.
growing and growing to nurture, to give us the best that it can, these beautiful oils, aromas, and scents. And about the pear, what it does for the pear. A pear, you know, is so light and elegant. Covering it up, I found, with like cinnamon and other things like that is not necessarily the best thing for the pear. You want to bring out its own little natural citrus qualities, a little bit of nuttiness. And that was sort of what started all this project for me. Somebody told me that pears didn't have flavor. All right, at this point, you want to add your half cup of sugar. We have our vanilla bean and our pod there, and just enough water to cover the pear.
All right. All right. That looks good?
Yes, very good. Now we bring it to a simmer and let it cook till it's tender. Tender, exactly.
Now, while this is simmering, let's get our sandwiches together, our little croquants. So talk to me about these croquants.
What I have here is a little French bread called a brioche. It's wonderfully buttery, eggy, and a little bit sweet. It may be a little bit hard to find, but if you use like a challah bread, it would work the same way.
Excellent, excellent idea. That's what I like. Because I don't know if everyone can make brioche at home.
Exactly.
It's not necessary, so thanks for the substitution.
Not at all.
Thick or thin with the cream cheese?
That's just right.
Okay.
Yes. And then we need 2 of these for our dish.
And what we've done is, when you're making a croquant, we always remove the crust. And as you can see from his brioche, we simply just remove that. I've got my beautiful goat's cheese croquant. I'm going to get that in a nice hot pan. Now I'm just going to take a little of this clarified butter and put that in the pan. Usually I brush my sandwich with a little butter, but this is so much easier.
It is. But what we're looking for overall in this is the quality of crunchiness, which is what croquant means, actually. It's
crunchy.
Crunchy.
Crunchy is croquants, and Pascal is all about textures and layering texture. So we've got the soup, the rich creaminess of the soup, and then crunch. There we go. This is looking good. Oh, look at how beautiful it is.
Look at the color on that.
I think I did good. How'd I do, Chef?
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Oh, thank you.
You know, you've done this before.
I'm so proud. I love working with you. Those are beautiful, and I can't wait till we put all this together.
Beautiful touch.
I think we're going to be coming together.
Yeah, we're almost ready for our soup, and we'll go from there.
We are all set. I've got your pears nice and tender. I'm going to remove the vanilla bean for you. And take it away, chef.
At this point, we need to puree it. And the thing about pureeing is that people think that it might be a shorter time. I like to give it a good amount of time.
Really?
For safety's sake, we're gonna add our hot liquid, add our lid, and I find that it's best to start on a lower.
Oh, okay.
While holding.
I make a lot of
lid.
margaritas. I agree with you.
There you go.
Okay, I gotcha.
And at this point, I would leave this on for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes to make sure
Really?
it's just absolutely smooth. It's important at this time that we chill the soup thoroughly. I remove the lid and just put it in the fridge. A couple of hours will do.
Pascal, the one thing I love about your dishes is there's always little surprises. So Pascal's going to get started on some of these garnishes that are going to bring this beautiful soup together. So what do we got next?
Well, we have these beautiful, beautiful medjool dates. They're just have a very earthy quality to them, but at the same time, they're ultimately the sweetest. They're nature's candy.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. They're
So-
nature's candy. Eat more of these dates.
So what I like to do, you have to remove the pit.
Okay, we got that.
And then I give them a little cut.
All right, simple.
Another little cut.
Gotcha.
And they're so moist, you can actually
Really?
kind of roll them in a little ball.
Oh, this is fun. Oh, I love it. And next,
And
wait
then
till
we
you see
roll
this.
them in little pistachios.
Do I have to wait for the dish? Can I just pop one of these in my mouth right now?
There you
You're
go.
killing me.
And I call them date marbles.
They're delicious. Boy, that is so beautiful. You have proven to me today, Pascal, that food is art. Beautiful job.
Well,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Gatehouse Grill, 8220 Main Street. Come dine with me, Western New York.
Today's program is sponsored in part by Key Video Productions, Buffalo Hotel Supply, and Russell's Steaks, Chops, and more.
You know you need a professional video for your company or website, but you're wondering, where do I begin? Well, check out Key Video, Buffalo's premier television, DVD, and web video production house. We work with big businesses and other companies that think big. Corporate image, sales, training, you name it, and we're ready to go to work for you, for your business, for all life's events. Call Key Video at 884-5391. That's 884-5391. The romance of Tuscany, the flavor of DiPaolo's, everything you love about DiPaolo's, the food, the friendship, the family. Whether in our elegant dining room or outside in the courtyard, the atmosphere is authentic. For a simple dinner out or the affair of a lifetime, find Tuscany in your own backyard. Ilio DiPaolo's Restaurant, Banquets, and Ringside Lounge in Blaisdell, a family restaurant with a gourmet touch.
Make-A-Wish has been granting wishes for children battling life-threatening conditions in Western New York for over 19 years.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of Make-A-Wish, we'd like to thank Russ Salvatore, who single-handedly granted 6 wishes alone in the last year.
Make-A-Wish relies on donations to grant all the wishes.
If you'd like to be part of this great organization, log on to wny.wish.org.
And join us as we celebrate hope, strength, and joy. Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. Remember, if you want to learn more about the restaurants you see on our program,
or you saw one of our chefs prepare a special dish that you'd like to make on your own, you can find the recipes right on our Facebook page. So why not become a fan today?
coming up after this, get ready for our home invasion. But first, there's a new restaurant and banquet facility that recently opened right down the street from me, Jan. I know you've been there.
That's right, Russell. It's Avezzano Ristoranti on Como Park, and it's a great Italian restaurant that you can go and have homemade sauce, and it's kind of like that Sunday sauce that I bet your grandmother used to make. It's not too sweet, sweet, not too spicy, but just that hint of basil. It's perfect.
Yes, and Jan, Avezzano means Mr. DiPietro's hometown. And it used to recently be called Adams Como Lounge, where the beautiful people that used to own that decided to relax. And good luck, Mr. and Mrs. DiPietro, with your new property.
Yes, let's take a look right now.
The first thing you notice when you walk into Avezzano is our amazing sports bar. It's the perfect meeting place after work, on weekends, or to watch the game. We have 13 TVs, a variety of specialty and craft beers. We make our own chicken fingers from scratch. We even grind our own beef for our burgers. And you don't want to miss our Monday night trivia. Everybody gets into it. The second thing that you're going to love about Avezzano is our food. We pride ourselves on our traditional Italian sauces and homemade pastas. From our gnocchi with classic pomodoro sauce to our linguine with decadent vodka cream. We offer the same daily specials each day of the week. So you know that Wednesday is Brajol night and Thursday is Asabuco. And don't miss our Sunday brunch, where we have something to please everyone.
The thing that'll keep you coming back to Avezzano is the ambiance. We've created a restaurant where you can feel comfortable and right at home. It's a place you'll want to come for special occasions like birthdays and anniversaries. We can even do banquets for large groups and parties. But more than that, it's a place you can enjoy anytime. You don't need to dress up, you don't need to spend a lot. And when you come to Avezzano, you're going to get great Italian at a great price.
Avezzano Ristoranti, 204 Como Park Boulevard, just minutes from the Galleria Mall, where you always feel right at home. This portion of the program is sponsored by Pelicano's Pasta Sauces, made in Buffalo, available everywhere.
Our house was built in 1986 and the kitchen was just pretty dated. We just decided to get the kitchen redone, just really do it up well. I looked at a few different kitchen places, settled on Artisan, and just had fun developing the whole thing. My good friend Linda Frank is going to be helping me with the chefs. Hopefully I'll get her to don an apron. And then I've got a few other girlfriends. My daughter Katie's going to be here. So I can't wait to have my friends over, have them interact with the chefs, and have some great food.
Hey guys.
Hi!
How are you?
Hi!
How you
So
doing?
glad you're here. Welcome to our kitchen.
So when we met with Lisa at first, she wanted to use her new baking table and she got a pasta making machine that she didn't know how to use.
I'm a pharmacist for CVS, and I think I gravitated towards baking because I heard that cooking's an art, but baking's a science.
So they called me and they said, hey, who's better than to teach her how to make ravioli? So with Lisa, I made some ravioli from scratch. We made the pasta from scratch. We mixed the cheese. She was thrilled to use her new pasta machine.
Marco also suggested doing a meatball, and Marco gave me a great recipe, got me started, incorporated the peas and the cheese into it, and then I gave it my own little twist by baking them up in the muffin pans and then presenting them a little bit different.
Today I had the opportunity to prepare Frontier Catering's specialty antipasta display. And what this is a melange of vegetables, fruits, Italian specialties, and cheeses and artisan breads throughout the entire world.
If there's anybody to make an antipasta platter, it's my man Art.
So Lisa's a baker by hobby trade, so she was a natural for this dish. Here, we're gonna make some scratch ravioli dough. Take 2 cups of flour and 2 eggs. I'm gonna break it right in the middle. 1/4 cup of olive oil. She had the mixing down pat. She had the kneading of the dough down pat. She had the rolling pin down pat. She was a pro from the start. We're gonna make a portobello and sage butter. It's gonna go over the cheese ravioli. Your guests are gonna flip. The trick is getting your pan nice and hot. We use portobellos today, but you can use cremini, you can use regular mushrooms. There's no rules to it.
Much different than baking. Baking, you gotta measure everything pretty precisely.
When we cooked it, we boiled it off. We finished it with a little grated Romano cheese, which is the cream. You know, the premium cheese that you can put on top of pasta, but they loved it.
And I learned a lot about the art of cooking from Marco because he's such an artist when he does his work.
I really enjoyed working with Linda today.
We made the meatballs together. It was truly an experience.
3 eggs. We got about a cup of breadcrumbs here. How about some Parmesan over there?
Marco was nice enough to roast off some garlic and onions for us. Dump that in. All right, now I get to get my hands dirty.
I've never made meatballs in a muffin pan. I thought that was a great idea.
You want to make them a little bit bigger because they're going to shrink down. But that way,
No, I think mine are better.
Do you like yours better? Well,
Yeah, because I think that...
I think, yeah, these might be a little bit too big, you're right. So it was fun to kind of work through the meatballs. I didn't have a lot of experience working with that product. She was definitely there to help me out and get me through my rough patches.
I had a blast. He is so much fun.
Beautiful, just like The Price is Right.
That's right.
All right, 20 minutes later, and we should be good to go.
Excellent.
Today was so much fun. I took a half day off of work, didn't really know what to expect. Got to get together with my mom and her group of friends.
And this is typically what we do at one of our events at Frontier Catering. Cheese from Holland, cheese from Italy, cheese from Greece, some American products. We have products from South America. And we kind of meld this together and blend in the flavor profiles. But we have a contrast there. We have salty foods, we have sweet foods, we have spicy foods, we have fruits, things that just kind of keep balancing each other. Really something's very, very popular. But it really creates a conversation with all of your guests that come in there, a place that people want to congregate and talk about and experience new things that maybe if they went to a restaurant or they went on their own, that they wouldn't have the opportunity to or wouldn't think about trying.
Oh my God, Art is fun, I'm telling you. He's the life of the party. He's telling us jokes all afternoon, keeping us going.
Art, you're so funny.
Where's Art? Hanging out with all the ladies. Thinks he's such a ladies' man, he kills me.
Oh, the meal was delightful. It was great. We had the meatballs were delicious. The ravioli was just melted in your mouth, and everything they whipped up today was unbelievable.
I loved the meal. It was absolutely delicious.
Everything I had was better than my expectation. It was awesome.
It was a fun day, and I hope we can do it again.
Come dine with me.
Beautiful design starts with Artisan Kitchens and Baths. Let us transform your kitchen or bath into the dream room you desire. Whatever your style and taste, Artisan Kitchens and Baths can design and install your vision to perfection. Our design team will work within your budget to give you quality at affordable prices. Update your home with Artisan Kitchens and Baths, 200 Amherst Street, Buffalo.
When you think Orazio's, think choices. From authentic Italian and fresh seafood to spectacular specials. When you think Orazio's, think homemade. From fresh bread and desserts to made-from-scratch pastas. When you think Orazio's, think tradition, with more than 20 years as a Western New York favorite. And when you think Orazio's, think tonight. Orazio's Restaurant. It's not like home, it is home.
Think global, but stay local at the Salvatore School of Hospitality and Business at Trocaire College, where we prepare you for a future in the ever-growing worldwide hospitality industry.
In just 2 years, I got the education I needed to open my own restaurant. Trocaire even helped me expand my network in the community. Those connections are priceless.
A world of opportunity is waiting at the Trocaire School of Hospitality. Contact us today and begin your journey to success.
Welcome back to Come Dine With Me, Western New York. We are out of time, but before we go, I want to encourage you, when you eat out this week, support your local restaurants.
Yes, absolutely, Russ. And we'll be back here, same time, same station next week. We hope you'll join us then. For everybody here at Come Dine With Me, Western New York, I'm Jan Farrington.
And I'm Russ Salvatore. Well, Jan, it's time to stick a fork in it because we are done.